Yo, what's up? We're here
Hello.
with a discussion video. This one is a little late, but it happens every time a new fighting game come out. So when Marvel Toolcon comes out, the same discussion is going to happen. Are fighting games too hard? Now, so let's talk about why. We can talk about our history in fighting games. I've been playing fighting games since I'm gonna date myself here. Street Fighter 2 Turbo on the Sega Genesis. I've been playing fighting games for that long. Hannah, when
I have been playing fighting games since last year, like early last year, maybe.
was it last year? I thought it was like at least 2 years.
Maybe
It's
2 years. Yeah, let me
it
see. Okay,
was.
Guilty Gear was my first game. Strive is my first game.
I'm
And
trying
I
to think of
joined Strive like not at the beginning.
I'm trying to think of the DLC character that came out around the time you start playing. Because Lucy wasn't out yet, but she was coming out.
Lucy was not out yet. Dizzy wasn't out yet.
Dizzy wasn't out.
Dizzy wasn't out. So
I
I
thought
think it might be two years.
Okay.
How do I look at my record on this?
I don't know. You can. You have to look deep into your purchase history.
Playtime, that's... Oh yeah, that's true actually. Well, how the fuck do I check that?
I get it. I don't know how to look it up.
I'll find out. I think it's probably closer to 2 years.
I want to say
maybe a year and a
listen,
half.
I think 2. Because
Yeah,
Dizzy's been
probably.
out. I said Dizzy and Lucy. I about to say Lisa. Lucy's been out for at least a year
Yeah,
now.
Lisa Edgerunners.
Lisa.
I think Slayer. I'm looking at the timeline now.
Yeah, Slayer did just
was
come out. Slayer just came out when you started playing. 'Cause I remember you
Okay,
Slayer was broken.
Slayer came out. Yeah, he was broken as fuck, right? Slayer came out mid 2024.
Okay, so 2 years.
Now it's mid 2026. So it's a good 2 years. It's probably a little more than 2 years then. Probably a little over 2 years. Yeah, that's how long I've been playing. So
Alright.
not terribly long. And I haven't played like a super ton. Very on and off, I would say.
All right. What made you want to start playing fighting games? Because you came so late. You didn't grow up with them, so.
I didn't grow up with them. I grew up knowing how tough they were. I think I watched some YouTube documentary or some YouTube like video about Smash and like talking about the history of Smash, and it was like talking about how hard it was and how competitive, but also like how cool it was, like all the stuff about it. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. Sounds really hard. Sounds like you have to put in a lot of work. It wasn't a bad. It wasn't like a slandering video. It was like a, this is what these players have to go through. Look how much effort they put, that kind of thing. And I was like, okay, that's really cool.
Was
I
it the
didn't know
Melee
there was so much.
documentary?
It might have been. Oh yes, it was. It was
The Melee.
Melee
It
documentary.
got
Yeah,
another
yeah,
one. It got another one. The Melee doc. You know how many people I've seen?
I watched that like long time ago, like in high school.
Damn.
That was, I was like, oh, okay, cool. Fighting games are clearly like, that's like, it's like a really tough thing. You have to like work hard at it. I was like, okay, and that was it. And I think I maybe played the whatever. I played a little bit of the Smash that was on the one that was on the 3DS that era. It was like
Yeah,
the one
Smash
just
3DS.
before Ultimate.
Yeah, it's Smash
Yeah.
4, but it's Smash 4. Just to
Yeah.
get,
So I played very little. It was really casual. That was it. And then at some point I watched someone play Guilty. I saw Guilty Gear somehow, somewhere, and I never heard of Guilty Gear. And I was like, this looks really cool. I maybe watched something about the animation, or maybe you had suggested it and was like, this is actually really beginner friendly. Something about it, I just saw it and I was like, this looks really cool. I really like the art style. I like the animation, like I like how it looks. So it was really more just like a coolness. It was like, it looks cool. It seems like pretty like interesting. And then I was like, okay, I'll give it a try. And yeah, so that's kind of my basis, is like, if it looks cool, I'll give it a try.
okay. So, as somebody who's fairly new to fighting games, like at least 2 years, what do you think about the comments that everybody's saying fighting games are too hard? Would you call it bullshit? Or like,
No, I think fighting games. No, fighting games are not too hard. I don't think that there's any such thing really as something that's too hard.
Yeah.
It's just like, do you want it enough?
Yeah.
Right? Like, do you want to play it enough that you will go through this? I think that fighting games have an uphill climb compared to other genres, but I don't think that inherently. I don't think that that exists. I don't think there's like such a thing as it's too hard, it's too prohibitive.
Yeah.
I mean, people play Souls likes all the time.
Yeah.
People play like shooters all the time.
Yeah, but the thing about shooters, you have
Yeah.
teammates. So when most people are playing bad, you've seen it. You play Overwatch. When somebody else is playing bad, they blame somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
In fighting games, when you play bad, it shows, and you will see that you play bad.
Yeah,
Fighting-
I think that's the thing is like it exposes how much people don't like to lose, and I think it exposes like whether or not you value the game itself or whether or not you value winning or losing, if
Yeah.
that makes sense.
No, yeah, 100%.
If you hate losing, if you like the feeling of winning and you hate the feeling of losing, but that's the only motivator, then you're gonna hate fighting games basically, because you have to like fighting games. You have to like the games. I think if you ask any fighting game player, like fighting games are like they're like torture. they're like you're like putting yourself through like it's kind of like torture, but you enjoy it, if that makes sense.
No,
It's also like
it is, because you got to be okay with
it's
losing.
just like you get frustrated. You have to push yourself. It's like I don't know. It's like liking exercise, right? It's like exercise
Honestly.
inherently is just you are like torturing your own body to make it stronger, and you
I
feel you can feel like a euphoria from like the exercise and stuff, but also
Yeah.
you can feel like tired and stuff. But it's like saying like, why do people exercise? Like I think you can pretty easily explain like nobody is confused why people like sports or exercise
No,
or
yeah.
anything like that. So I think that that's basically the explanation is like, why do you like fighting games? It's just like, if you like the game itself, you're going to be okay losing. You're going to be okay losing 50 games in a row. You're gonna be like, okay. I mean, you might be mad about it, and you might be frustrated, and you might have to log off that day, but you're not gonna hate the game or the genre because of that. If you just like the gameplay, right? But if you like winning, regardless of what game it is, then you'll never like fighting games because you'll be addicted to the feeling of winning, and fighting games just won't hand that over to
They
you.
do. Yeah, it does not hold your hand. You have to earn your wins.
No.
'Cause
Yeah, fighting games just expect you to like, hey, you have to earn this, and like maybe other games are a little better at making the losses feel okay.
Yeah,
Like if you're
'cause-
hanging out with friends and you're playing a Overwatch with friends and you guys lose,
Yeah.
but you had a good time because you got to hang out with friends. Like, admittedly, other genres do have that leg up on fighting games, but
No, well,
that's
all
kinda-
fighting games except for one.
except for one, true. And
we have one outlier when it comes to playing with friends in the fighting
It
game
is an
community.
outlier. I think it could probably. I hope it inspires people to like make other games. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because this is the first of its kind. We never had like 2XKO. It's the first fighting game where you can actually play with another friend against another group of people. Like, well, also you Smash. You got
I
Smash
guess
too.
the only thing I can think of is Smash.
Yeah, Smash also you can group up with a friend online, but Smash is kind of funky. The online for Smash when you try to play with people, it's kind of weird. But 2XKO is the only one that like or incorporated it and wanted to be a thing. Smash is like it's there because you're playing with
it's
four
like,
people
it's
already.
there if you want it, but yeah. But it is mainly catered towards 1v1s. Though.
Yeah, but yeah, because fighting games, everybody say fighting games are hard. Everybody's like, oh, in order to play fighting games, you got to sit in the lab, and you can't, you got to sit in the lab for X amount of hours and practice. But like, you really don't, because like,
I don't think
you got to think about it.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of
Okay.
misconceptions
Let's-
about what makes
Listen.
fighting games. I had a lot of misconceptions about fighting games when I first started.
Alright.
Like the whole labbing thing is, you don't actually need to do that at the beginning.
Because when
Um,
you boot up a new game, do you do the tutorial or do you go like what do you do when prime example, when you first play Marvel Tokon when it comes out, what are you gonna do?
yeah, I don't think I ever touch a tutorial and like unless it's like something that I'm really unfamiliar
I
with,
think
like
it's
if
gonna
it's like a
for it's
brand
usually
new mechanic.
yeah. Most fighting games force you to
Otherwise, you
do
just
it.
like jump into it. You just like start playing, and then
Yeah,
you kind of figure it out.
because
Um,
the problem looks.
yeah, and
Sorry.
sorry.
I said what sparks these conversations a lot is a combo clip on Twitter go viral for somebody getting their ass whooped, but then people have realized people that watch that clip like, oh, see, this one play fighting game. Bro, you have to realize when you first boot up a fighting game and you're brand new, guess what you're gonna go against? Somebody else who did not do the tutorial, who did not hop in the lab. They just hit rank, queued up, and wait, and they got in the same
Yes.
match you are. You're playing somebody on equal knowledge as you.
Yeah, I think judging fighting games based on like viral like combo clips or like the clips where it's like 30 seconds of hitting and you hit like 100 hit combo and
Yeah.
stuff, and it's you had like full bars and you got started off with a counter and all this kind of stuff, but it's like those are like such specific hyper optimal conditions that are literally in a lab, like it's literally manufactured in a lab that, like that you can't like how is that any that's kind of like judging people's like it's like being going on Instagram and like man other people's lives are so much better, but it's like people only put their best foot forward
Yeah.
online. Clips only go viral because you did it's like so amazing, right? They don't go the like really ordinary like clips where like really ordinary combos don't go viral, right?
Nah,
So it's like
it's
really
just
hard to judge. It's like or it's even other games like other people play games where like holy shit this guy like did like 4 headshots in a row. It's like that's really impressive, but that's not at all
not the average person
average
is doing
experience.
snap,
Exactly. So it's
headshot
like
snaps like that.
I think it's partly mostly just like people don't have a good idea of what fighting games are.
Yeah,
And so their only exposure is to those clips. Whereas like people know what shooters are and they know what the average shooter gameplay looks like. And so even when they see those clips, they know that that's like an outlier and that's like a really cool thing that happened. But they don't think of it as the average experience. And then maybe that's part of the problem is that people just think that the average experience of a fighting game is like combo and combo.
a lot of people also don't see when it comes to the clips. A lot of things you also don't see. You don't see the defense. You don't see somebody bursting out the combo. Usually that combo's going on because they have no defensive, like their defensive options are used up.
Because your opponent is a dummy that's just taking the hits and like like you can go up to 100 bars. I mean 100 hit combo, but it's also like
Honestly,
you
combos
built
don't
them
get that
3
high.
bars and they didn't burst one time even once, right?
Yeah.
Like your combo that that combo that goes viral is so long they might have just built a second burst by the time it's done. You know, like it's not exactly realistic. Yeah. So
Also, you want to know a funny thing about the Avatar clip that went viral? You see it?
no, I haven't seen this clip.
Okay,
But,
I'm gonna try to find it to show
I've
you.
seen Avatar combos.
Yeah,
but...
the clip that went viral was a regular person playing against a play tester.
Okay, well, yeah, I mean that's like, holy shit! LeBron just dunked on this 8-year-old. Can you believe it? Basketball's
That's how
so hard.
it is.
It's like,
And
yeah, it's like, come
also,
on.
you said something about basketball. It reminds me of, it's a Majin Obama clip. Everybody goes around. It's like, oh, I don't want to play basketball. Well, I want to play basketball, but get rid of dribbling, shooting, guarding, and all this. Then I'll play basketball.
So you want to play horse, right? Like
Yeah.
what? Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna
It's-
find a clip and show you. But yeah,
Okay.
it's basically that's how it's like, bro. You want to get rid of everything just to play the game. Then other people like, oh, I don't want to do homework to play a fighting game. You know, like if you want to play any game, you have to like kind of do homework.
You kind of do have to do homework, but I guess it's like the thing is that if you really do like fighting games, like the homework doesn't feel like work. A, and B also because you're playing it for so long, you kind of just realize like you're really not doing that much homework. Like you're doing a lot of homework in the long run, but like you're not doing a lot of homework like day to day. You're doing like one combo and then you're just practicing that combo and you're like playing and you're like the actual amount of like a lot of fighting games are not as much rote memory as people think. Like you're really just playing the game and then as you end up in certain situations, you learn
Yeah.
to recognize it, and then you go, oh, what should I do in that situation? Then you might lab a little more.
Yeah, you usually
And
go to the
most
lab.
yeah, and most long combos have a short version anyways. So just learn that short version. Like I don't it's not it's like the short version that is like you can execute every single time. It's really reliable. It's actually really not hard to execute like a 5-hit combo or something like you know what I mean? Like
It's
and
not.
by the time you've done it a lot, like you're doing it on like autopilot. Like me, I've been trying to break my habit playing Darius of like trying to do a different combo, but I end up like in the moment just auto comboing the same combo. It's actually not a good habit, but like
You
it's
kind of
just
just gotta force it because you've been
yeah,
noticing I've been
you just
doing
have
that
to
one Ari
be
combo more. I've been
yeah.
trying to force myself to do it.
Yeah. Like I guess that's the other thing is like you can't play fighting games mindlessly. I mean, you
Okay.
can.
You can.
You
Oof.
can just
Yeah, we
be a
seen it.
gorilla and play
Tyler
it,
won.
but like
No,
yeah, like you just have to know that like you're not gonna get super good at it. Even then, you can get pretty good.
yeah,
Like you
like
can literally learn one decent combo, like
or,
some bread and butter combo that you can use in most situations, and you'll probably get really far with it.
yeah.
Actually,
There is images that go around of people that play Street Fighter with like it was like one I seen. It's like dude had 15 hours of training, and he's like grandmaster. But like you know how Street Fighter has the little bar you see how much time you played.
hmm
Like 90, I say 98% of his circle was red from rank, and like you saw like small speck of white from training. So you can also still hit the highest rank in these fighting games without labbing. You just play it.
yeah, you just play it.
Just play it. Because Tyler won barely labbed, and he hit one of the second to highest rate grandmaster, and just playing modern, just Sonic booming, flash kick, Sonic booming, flash kick.
Yeah, I mean, I think at the end of the day, like most fighting games are built around like the damage scales down the longer the combo
Yeah.
goes. So you're not like getting every time you extend your combo a little bit, you're getting less and less damage, and it's like that's really more
Yeah.
so for like if you can reliably do more damage, obviously you're gonna do more damage, but it's not really like the most
Yeah.
important thing in the world to be able to do these long combos.
Yeah.
So
You want
I think it's at the end of the day like more so about understanding like what like the 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 like interactions between like fights, right? Like hitting high, hitting low, like knowing your range. All of those things are like way more engaging for the average player and like way easier to comprehend. Like I think all of those things like as once you like reframe fighting games away from combos and you're just like yeah it's about like footsies, it's about like um like playing defense,
yeah.
like it's about like poking or all these other things that
so many
are
things in
involved
fighting
with
games
it like
outside of just doing combos.
yeah exactly because especially because like a combo is only useful once you actually get your hit in, you know what I mean? Like if you can't even get a hit in, what good is there learning a
That's true,
combo,
'cause,
right?
like-
Like that's like not the point actually of the game.
Yeah, because most people like think, oh, I have to learn how to do this 8-hit or 20-hit combo. Like, bro, you can log into Twitch KO. The first combo I teach most people is ABC. That's 3 buttons right there. Down heavy,
Mhm.
ABC, S1, S2. So it's what 6, 7, 8. It's like the shortest,
Yes.
most effective beginner friendly combo you can teach somebody in a tag fighter. Cause that shit
Yeah.
always work. ABC,
And
launch,
it's
ABC.
reliable. It does good damage.
Yeah.
It also doesn't even take a lot of brain power because you're just going, oh, this button, then the next button, then once you understand like the buttons kind of go in a sequence, then you're just like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
It's like a rhythm.
Light, medium, heavy, S1, S2. Well, it's like it's almost like it's just building in like a scale, and you're
Yeah.
just like, oh, okay. I don't need to think too hard about it. I don't need to think about like, oh, this cancels into that or this
No.
blah blah blah. It's just like, nope. Light, medium is heavier than the light. Heavy is heavier than the medium, right? Like it goes in order, and like you don't have to think.
We
too
just
hard
played.
about it.
Fun enough, we just played against a duo where you could obviously tell the one person that was playing was learning the game. Were they mashing? Yes, they got some straight hits off. They hit me with a level 3, which I was not expecting.
Nope.
But also
That
another
was-
thing. Sorry.
No.
Another
But
thing about fighting games is that you have auto combos. You have training wheels. You can just put the
yeah,
training wheels on, learn, get comfortable with just playing the game, then take the training wheels off, or you just keep them on.
yeah,
Like modern controls in Street Fighter exist. Like a lot of Japanese
yeah.
players.
Modern controls, like you can get pretty far on modern.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
a lot of top 8 Japanese players use modern. Once again, I said Tyler 1 earlier. Tyler 1 reached Grandmaster using modern. His reason is I
Mm,
got 2 kids, man. I don't got time to learn this shit. I just want to play the game,
yeah,
which is valid. It's there for a reason. You just want to mash and just do cool stuff. Guess what? They have the training wheels for you. Like it sounds bad me calling them training wheels, but you got to think of it like that because like you can't in 2XKO they're not as good as they are in Street Fighter, but you can't just like only rely on that until it's gonna get to a point where you have to like take it off.
yeah, yeah. Or just yeah. I don't know. It's I honestly think it's more like fighting games have like a reputation problem where like in actuality there's a lot that fighting games do to make the game like uh like playable for the average person or like for new players,
Yeah,
but I think people just leave that or just focus on the wrong things like. And also I think it also depends on games like I think maybe Avatar, I haven't played it so I don't know, but maybe Avatar is just not for beginners. Like
no, it
some
is.
games are just
You,
more for is it?
Avatar is beginner friendly. You can just do simple stuff. Like it's one of those things. It's a low barrier entry, but like holy
Yeah,
shit, you
but
can
it's a
do
high
some
ceiling.
sick ass shit in that game.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
like
I
you can
think like I think there's just some games that are like
but I think it also has
more
easier parts.
technical than others.
Yeah, it's a technical game. Like once you get deep into it, but like if you like Avatar and you had a slight interest in fighting games, you can boot up Avatar, have fun. Because when it comes out, first of all, it's $30. You could
Yeah.
for 2 avatars, you could probably buy 1 Street Fighter when it's not on sale.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Then the game is it's simple because I played 1 beta and it was fun. And like I didn't run into that many people that was smoking me. I played a lot of people that was like felt like the same skill level as me, which is a beta. First of all, it's no matchmaking. It's the Wild West in the beta. They're not gonna have matchmaking just so they can test the online. Because if you throw matchmaking in, then people are not gonna find as many matches. That means you get less games played. I mean you get less people testing your online infrastructure. So in betas, you can't really judge fighting games like that because it's going like I said, it's gonna happen with Marvel Tokan. Marvel Tokan is gonna have an open cross play beta, and you know this
Yeah,
conversation is gonna come back the fuck up.
I think it comes every time there's a new fighting game.
It's every
I didn't
like a
they had
new
the same
IP
problem with
fighter.
Invincible.
Yeah, a new IP fighter comes out.
New yeah. Well, because then the IP attracts the people who like the IP, right?
Yeah, because Invincible was
Like,
the Rage Quit Central.
yeah, like people don't have the same issue with like Guilty Gear necessarily, unless someone's like a huge fan of the anime, which I would be kind of surprised about.
Nah, I think it's more the opposite. You watch the anime because you like Guilty Gear, but it's
Yeah,
rare for somebody to
yeah.
get in it. It's rare. I don't think
I,
somebody's gonna.
I
Sorry.
someone's gonna pick up Guilty Gear because they
They
love
saw
dual rulers.
Yeah,
Sure,
dual,
yeah.
not don't get me wrong, dual rulers is cool, but I don't think it's like good enough to
No,
like
I don't think so.
move units.
Yeah.
You might
But yeah, anyways,
yeah, like out of 10 it might get 1.
yeah, pretty much. But yeah, no, fighting games are really not that hard. I think you need people to like. It probably helps to have like friends who
Yeah.
like fighting games and can just like explain to you like, no, you don't actually need to learn these crazy combo. Like, here's what you need to focus on. I remember I watched the video a while back. Someone had watched a different video. I think it was maybe like Core Gaming or something. Just explaining like, here's how to play fight. Oh, maybe it was like some IGN video. It's like, here's how to play a fighting
IGN.
game for the very first time. Yeah, I know IGN, but like, is it a fighting game? But anyways, it was some video explaining like, here's the basics. Here's the rock paper scissors of fighting games. Just do these things. Like he's very explicit too. He's just like, just do this. If they do this, just jump. If they like, that's it. And it's just like, he like basically broke it down really really simplistically, and then someone else was like, I watched that video, I'm gonna give it a try. um and I watched some Sajam videos. He said it like that. That's what I remember.
My boy
I,
Sajam.
I watched them. Yeah, I watched some Sajam videos, and I gave it a shot. And then he played it, and then he got really, really, really into it. I think he's been like playing it for a while. I haven't really been keeping up, but he's been like uploading videos, and like I'm really into it. And I remember he specifically talked about like, oh, everyone in the fighting game is so nice and like explaining everything to me, and that is pretty true. Like the fighting game community, I think because it's so small, they're like really willing to like, oh yeah, yeah, no, let me explain this. No, you don't need to focus on that. Here, focus on this. Oh, this is why that interaction happened. By the way, I hope you know if you grab someone trying to grab you, you know that text it, you know, blah blah blah. Blah. Like people explain it. Like that's also another thing. It's like the community is pretty willing to help.
Like when big streamers got into it, like recently Myth recently just really started falling in love with fighting. He's fallen in love with 2XKL, trying to grind up. I think he's grind. I haven't seen him in a bit, but I know he's trying to grind up within the past month from plat to something. But like I went to the comment, he's like, yeah, like bro, if you used to like shooters and you just need that edge back, boot up a fighting game.
Yeah. Well, I think that's the thing. It's like if you like the competitiveness of it and you like the self-improvement part of it and stuff, you'll like fighting games, I think.
Yeah.
If you just like winning, if you like easy wins because that's like a good dopamine, then I think you'll hate fighting games.
Because I don't think fighting games are for like TikTok brain people like that. Because you just want that quick hit.
Yeah.
You want, because I think another problem is people want to be good too fast. It was just probably was why AI is really rampant. Because people want the results and not the progress.
Yes.
But
Exactly.
fighting games, you have to progress. There's no like, oh, I just boot up this game. Now I'm Evo champion. Nah. It's a long fucking road.
You need to be addicted to the feeling of like, oh, I just figured something out. Holy shit. And you know, and like that's like the thing that's like supposed to be exciting, right? Like, whoa, I just pulled off this combo like that I've been practicing in a game, and I actually pulled it off like in an actual, I mean, I've been labbing this and I finally pulled it off in a game. It's like, yeah, like that feels great. That feels like amazing.
Hitting that combo you learned for the first time, that shit feels so good.
Or reacting to something that you previously thought was unreactable, like that's like, I guess that's another thing. Is like, I think people think fighting games are too much about reaction.
No, it's not.
And like, reaction is important for sure, but like, you don't need like lightning fast reaction. You're actually, most of the time when you think you're getting reaction checked, you're actually getting knowledge checked.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh, I didn't know that was. Once you know what's going on, like once you know what situation you're in, you're really only looking out for like a few things. Like, oh, he can grab me here, or he can hit me here.
Yeah. It comes down to just
that's maybe the two options.
Trying to know what your opponent options is and what's probably best for them in the situation it is. Because like you gotta think about like, okay, 2XKO for example, if you're both low HP and you both have Fury, and you know you're like, okay, I don't want to trigger my opponent Fury, and my opponent doesn't want to trigger my Fury. So the best thing to do in those situations, you grab. You can't burst the grab. So you think, oh, they're reacting to each other grab. No, they know the person's gonna grab, so they're kind of reading the grab, and they know that's the only way they're gonna win in that situation if somebody's get grabbed. So if they both, they grabbed it, they text the grab, and they're just back in neutral.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's like you're assuming that there's this whole ocean of like knowledge that you have to like oh, I have to be ready for any possible thing and react to it, but it's actually like, no, you actually once you understand everything enough, your options are very, your opponent's options are very limited. Right?
There is a mix up with some layers. Like let's take the Arioki for example. When I do that and I put the dart up, it's like multiple options. I can run up grab, you can get hit by the dart, I keep comboing, or I can tech the throw, or you can roll out and I tech it. Now I have to guess right on one of those, all three of those options. If I guess wrong, I can get blown up.
But like it's not like a million options that have to watch out for. You ultimately narrow it down to like three things. That's like, okay, so those are the three things, and then that's when I think once you understand that, that's when the game actually gets interesting, right? Because now you're thinking, oh, what are, because you're not actually paralyzed by like the choice paralysis,
Yeah.
right? Now you're just like, okay, there's only three options. What does this guy like to do? Oh, this guy likes to grab a lot, so I should be aware of the grabbing, right? Like I'll tech it next time, or if I have a chance, I'll like backdash it. I can punish, and then oh, this person like conditioned me to react this way. Now I'm getting punished for blah blah blah. Like then that's when it becomes really interesting, right? Because then you're just like eh, you're it becomes very strategic and like very tactical rather than just like fuck. There's all this bullshit coming at me on my screen, and like that is the hard part about starting a new fighting game, right? It's just like fighting games. You want fighting games to have a lot of bullshit because you don't want because then it's kind of boring.
Then
right?
you just get Street Fighter 1.
Yeah, exactly. So then it's like, yeah, everybody just has like three buttons, and you know, you want there to be bullshit, but you just want to comprehend bullshit and know how to use your bullshit to beat their bullshit.
At least in
So I
fighting
think that's the hard part about fighting games.
At
is,
least
like,
in fighting
you're
games.
suddenly met with that. Yeah.
Yeah, at least in those games, you can see when you get hit by bullshit. In shooters, it can be somebody on across the map, headshots you, like, well,
Yes.
I just walked out the spawn and I'm
Yes.
back in. You can't stop that. You have no you can replay takeover as much as you want. The only way you can stop it if you walk a little different. And you don't know you have to walk a little different until you get hit.
Yeah, or like you just have to know, like, okay, so I just, yeah, you know what, you're kind of right. Like, there are some situations where you just like straight up can't do anything about it. But like, in a fighting game, you always have an option. If you don't have an option, that's like literally the game is broken.
One second.
Right? You can't be put in a situation where you don't have.
Sorry about that. Oh, Hannah.
You're good.
Hannah's gone. It's like I can still hear her.
No, I'm here. I'm here.
Hey, what were you saying? Sorry, my roommate came to ask me, talking about something.
We were talking about. I don't know, but fighting games are not that hard. You just have to like be willing to. Everything has an answer, so you just have to be willing to find out what the answer is. That's basically what it comes down to. Anytime you're in a situation where you're like, fuck, that fucking sucked. I don't know why I died. I don't know what was going on. That's just because you don't know what the answer is. And, you know, if you're willing to find out, you can probably find out.
Yeah.
I will say that fighting games, if I had to say that there's a flaw, I would say that maybe, well, I was gonna say that maybe they don't do a good job tutorializing. Yeah, I mean, I don't think they do a good job tutorializing, but also at the same time, who is playing the tutorials?
First, I will say when it comes to tutorials, there's the most famous game on this planet for PvP has the worst tutorial ever. League tutorial, dick ass, no help.
Yeah.
Like that. If people want to talk about fighting games are hard, how is League so popular? But when you boot up the tutorial, it doesn't tell you about team fighting. It doesn't tell you about warding. It doesn't tell you about any of the shit that people flame you for. I still, to this day, with 400 hours on League, I still don't know when the fuck a team fight starts. I don't know when the proper time to start a team fight. I don't know the proper time. I don't know proper warding.
And the worst part is like League is like a 40-hour match.
Yeah,
that's a lot of time to commit to not knowing what the hell is going on. At least in a fighting game, like
this shit over in 5 minutes.
It's like 5 minutes. Yeah, so you can always 5 minutes, and you're into the next game, and you're like learning what the what things are. So.
If you're a low level, you get perfect. Guess what? That shit too. You on the next game, you chilling. But how is League so popular? But it's tutorials ass. If you want to learn how to play League, you kind of have to do homework. Because I don't do League. I don't do homework in League, and I still don't understand a lot of concepts. I don't understand the items. I just see, oh, it's good against this character. Oh, this character's pissing me off, and I see at the bottom it's good against that character. Okay, let me click that item. I still use mobilytics to figure out shit. I just follow mobilytics. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing except for the abilities. I don't know.
I think that's a good thing to do, honestly. When you're first starting, you're not like you just kind of copy what other people do or what other people like you know, you're just copying what other people tell you to do, and you just kind of do it, and then over time you start to understand, like, oh, okay, that's why I've been told to do this. That's why I've been told to do that, and then it kind of like goes from there. You know what I mean?
Because I can easily look up a guide and figure all this shit out. But I play League like
Mhm.
3 times every 3 months. Like, I don't want to learn the game. I'm just there for the vibes. So like the little knowledge I have, I use that when I play ranked. Because well, I don't even play ranked. I just play quick matches. It don't fucking matter. I play support. I just let everybody else do the work. I just throw my thing, stun somebody, and watch them die.
Nice. Yeah.
Like, how is League so popular? But like, you can't learn. You don't learn much from playing the game. Honestly, in my opinion. Like,
Yeah.
because I think because it's just teammates. You can blame somebody else when you lose, because that's the most prominent thing when you lose in team games. No, but you never hear a random like, you know, bro, it was my fault. You always get support diff, tank diff, DPS diff.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah. You don't get any of that with fighting games.
no, when you lose,
So,
it's just a person diff.
yeah. That's just exactly.
It's just this conversation. It's not gonna die, but I need people to realize if fighting games are hard, every other game is hard, just as hard too. Because I've seen new people play Overwatch. Imagine, because you have some Overwatch knowledge, right? Imagine throwing somebody new with no Overwatch knowledge into that game. They're gonna be confused as fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you mean this?
They don't know where the map layout is. They
Yeah.
don't understand the map layout.
'Cause
They don't know what everyone stuff does. They
that's
don't even
homework.
know
You have to
what-
learn. It's more to learn
Yeah.
in shooters than you learn it, because you gotta learn like Overwatch. You have to learn map, HP, health pack locations, what everybody does. You have to learn when to take high ground, when to take space. You have to learn
Yeah.
so much, and that's all applied in one game. We need to
to
push
learn
here,
ult tracking. You have to
Yeah.
learn,
and it's all just like low level shit. It's not like all. It's just stuff you have to learn. I don't want to say have to learn to play the game, but it makes the game more. You can understand the game more if you learn this shit. Because every game, every PvP game is hard. It's just shooters are more easy to get into because you can play with somebody and you can get fucking carried.
Well, also the other thing is like I think people inherently understand shooter
True.
mechanics.
That's true. That's true.
I do think like I want to see more games put fighting game mechanics in a non-fighting game, if that makes sense. Like so what I'm thinking of is in Uncharted is mostly like a puzzle game, right? It's like a puzzle platforming game.
Okay.
There's really not that much shooting, right? But when you do shoot, it's pretty simple. Like you just pick up the gun and immediately the game doesn't need to tell you. I actually don't know if it has a tutorial, but the game doesn't need to tell you that like, oh, assuming like let's say I'm playing on controller.
Yeah.
Oh, I hold left trigger to aim, I press right trigger to shoot. That's like because I've played enough shooters that like you don't actually need to like the kind of the shooter mechanics have like been
They do carry
pre-packaged
over because that's like the
and they can
default
put
shooter.
it into other games. And I think that you can actually do the same thing with fighting games too. But we just don't really see it, or if you do see it, it's like really dumbed down to the point where it doesn't resemble a fighting game anymore.
I'm trying to think of games.
I'm trying to think like in God of War has like fighting game mechanics. Like you can kind of juggle people and you're comboing from one move to another. It kind of has like fighting game ish mechanics that you can like use. So that's like an example. I think.
We can use Devil May Cry. Devil May Cry. You got in Devil May
Yeah.
Cry. You I want to say it's not scaling, but if you keep using the same move in a combo, your rank doesn't go up as much. So it kind of encourages you to do different stuff in your routing to get the style meter up.
Yeah. So I think that that's like I just think that like people should I think we're seeing a lot of people experiment with like different genres. Like there's that what is that? It's the roguelike fighting game
Oh, I
that
know what you're
it's
talking
like
about. I
an
can't
indie
remember the
game.
name of it. I know what you're talking about. I can't
Yeah,
remember the name.
it's like a poly something. It might just be called Poly Fighter.
Let's see.
No,
I guess
that
team
doesn't
up
sound
still.
right.
See, Polly. Oh,
But yeah, that game is like, okay, we're doing roguelike but with fighting games, which is like I think that's like a cool
it's
idea.
Polly
Like I
Fighter.
think we should do it is Polyfighter. Oh, okay. I was like thinking like that can't be right.
Not yet.
Um
Beat 'em
but
ups. Beat 'em ups sometimes have fighting games inputs in them.
yeah, or just like a maybe like a platformer where you do motion inputs or something. Like it's actually pretty easy to package like fighting game stuff into other games. I think people just don't do it.
What?
And I don't know, maybe we'll see that happen like if like more games do these like fighting game mechanics or like these like genre blending things. It's probably good for fighting games.
One of
So
a funny genre that a lot of fighting game players also like because it reminds them of some fighting game mechanics. Card
you're gonna
games.
say rhythm games?
Card games.
Oh, card games.
It's
Oh, that's true
1v1.
too.
You have to know what your opponent got to do. You kind of got to read your
Yep.
opponent, and you can't just
Yep.
like blow your load. Because if you just do like a big swing and you get nothing out of it, you're getting punished.
Yep. Yep.
If
That's
you
true.
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
don't use your resources correctly, you get fucked.
And I think
And
like,
timing
people
matters.
don't really
It's,
complain that card games are too hard. I mean, they'll complain specific card games are hard,
Yeah.
like Yu-Gi-Oh! It's like too hard or something. But like, they don't generally complain that card games generally are too hard, right?
No.
Like, Hearthstone exists. Like that was what caused the big surge in like card games, right? Like Slay the Spire exists, and like that was like a huge thing. People played
That
a
was
lot
so
of
fun.
card games because of that. Balatro exists. Like nobody says that card games specifically are too hard, or
Yeah.
like I mean, that card games broadly are too hard, right? They might say that for specific games,
They
but
like it's a lot of text. You know, people complain, oh, there's too much text on this card, some shit like that.
mhm.
But like,
Yeah,
card
exactly.
games don't get. Oh, this new card game is really hard. Cause
Yeah, exactly. So I think like
'Cause-
it's really doesn't it's not that fighting games are hard, but just maybe that like I don't know. I think it's mostly just like people are not familiar enough with fighting games, and to them it's this foreign thing, when it's actually a lot less foreign than it seems.
it's not. Yeah, and like fighting games are starting to dumb themselves down for people new to them to kind of like get into it. It's like you
Mhm.
see a lot of fighting games get rid of a lot of old school mechanics. Like some fighting, like back in the day, every character had weight. Sometimes you have to learn weight specific combos,
Mm,
like shit like that.
interesting.
Yeah. And I can't think of other stuff, but like I remember that's like one of the biggest things that like would throw off a new person. Like, wait, why the fuck, oh, why can't I hate Zangief with this combo? Well, you have to do this route because Zangief is above this weight threshold.
Right. Interesting.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
now just when you learn a combo, it works on everybody. Unless I say the outliers are usually like the shorter characters,
Yes.
but that's rare. Also,
Um,
still,
but I think that's like a thing that people I don't know, like well they 2XKO like took out like motion inputs, right?
yeah.
And I don't know if that really helped like
Mm.
get people into the game.
It can, but like I think 2SKO should have did both. It should have had a motion input and a motion inputless way. But I think
Yeah, so like a classic and modern type
Yeah.
of
but I don't mind it. I know a lot of older traditional fighting game players can't get behind it. Or that like it takes
I,
them a
I
while.
don't mind it either. It's pretty nice. It's like not hard to it's still has a lot of depth, right? So
Yeah.
I think like
No, yeah.
ultimately it's not even an issue of whether or not you can have it and you can not have it, and it's not that big of a deal. I don't think that like the execution I don't think motion inputs are so hard that it's just like you don't like you can't play you're not willing to play it at all.
But-
Like
Like if you think about it, a lot of people do motion inputs and like it's not you don't need to do it, but like in a shooting game when you're backing up and hitting the corner, you can do it's a quarter circle.
mhm.
Yeah, like people get scared of motion inputs because like it puts them in a situation where like, oh, if I don't do this, I can't do the thing. So like, and also in the fighting game, you're being pressured because it's just you. You don't got time to really think, unless the person lets you think.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of like saying, "Oh, I don't like such and such character because their like ability requires you to aim." It's like, well, that's the whole point, right?
Yeah,
Like,
it's like a skill.
yeah, it's like a, oh, why do I have to know, why do I have to know how my honor grenade bounces or whatever? It's like, well, that's like part of it, right? You have to like learn how to execute.
Yeah, learning the arch and shit.
Yeah,
Just
so
did-
it's like I don't know. It's yeah, you just need to know how it works. It's not that big of a deal to like learn it. It might take it might take longer, but I don't think it necessarily makes it just like too hard to do.
Yeah, every game has its difficulties. Just fighting game difficulties. Everybody just like when they get put in that situation, it's like, oh, this shit is impossible.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much it. We discussed. Let me see. Yeah, we talked about everything I had on the list. But let me see. Let me look at these tweets. Let's see. We talked about that basically. Yeah, we talked about playing the game. You still good. You don't have to sit in the lab. We didn't talk. Well, it don't matter, but people always say this won't play fighting game because I don't want to get touch of death, which they don't exist no more in fighting games for real.
They don't. That doesn't exist. Whatever people think touch of death is, it's actually just
The
you
person.
lost several interactions.
Yeah, the person's
you just
not
didn't
checking.
know what the interaction was, and it goes back to like you're getting knowledge checked, which is like, yes, that sucks, but you're a new player. You're obviously going to get knowledge checked. That's like not really an issue.
Yeah,
But yeah, there's no such thing as touch of death. What looks like a touch of death is that like you kind of just have to know, like, no, I know there's a gap in there somewhere. Like, you just have to know where it is, right? Sometimes you're getting pressured, you're up against the wall and you're getting pressured so much and you're like, I don't know when to jump in. I don't know when to, like, what I can do. Like, I anytime I'm in that situation, you're just kind of like, I'm just kind of like, yeah, okay, I know I can get out of this. I just don't know how. And I think that that's like the mindset you have to go in with all the time. It's just like, okay, whatever situation you're in, like, I know I can get out of this. I just don't know how, and I need to learn how. And that's all it is. But there's no such thing as touch of death. At least not in any modern fighting game. If there's any touch of death in a modern fighting game, like, people would be up in arms. Like, the developers would have like patched that like way in beta or alpha or whatever.
Right.
Back they back when they're just playing with gray boxes and little sketches and stuff. Like, there's no way.
The only fighting game that I know that's played in the modern day that has touch of death, which rarely happens still, is Marvel vs. Capcom.
Right. Usually those situations too, it's like
Rare.
you're rare and you have like more resources than you should have, or like more, you have like a lot of resources that you normally wouldn't have in a match, like, generally.
I think
Like, maybe once in a blue moon you'll have it, but that's it.
I think Marvel vs. Capcom, if I'm correct, their TLDs come down to this person had one character left. You know how X Factor work in Marvel vs. Capcom? So X Factor is the less characters you have, the stronger it is. So if you're down to your last character, it's at the strongest fuck. So it's like, combo X Factor, then just TOD. Then if you then you just TOD somebody. But that's coming down to last, final, your last bit of resources to just try to win. And it's a high execution combo, so not everybody's doing it.
Right. Yeah, I've seen some touch of deaths in like I've seen like 2x KO touch of deaths,
but those are still
but,
just
again,
as hard to do.
anytime I look at those, it's just like, okay, so we're just assuming that your opponent doesn't know how to burst, and we're assuming that you are starting the round with 3 super bars for some reason, but you're playing a freestyle like team or something. It's like it's always something like that where it's like it's really not feasible. Like, sure, maybe you faffed around and built up 2 extra bars somehow, and but your opponent still has full life, and then now you manage to touch them, and it's like, okay,
Yeah, and they're
sure,
also in
maybe
Fury.
in some fantasy land, but like, yeah.
Yeah, they're also in Fury. It could be Juggernaut in Fury, and a lot of people like Juggernaut in Fury versus Teemo,
Yeah.
lowest HP character in the game. Cause I know people used to do that with Chip and Guilty Gear when a new character come out. Like, can I kill Chip in one combo?
Right. So yeah, I don't think that those things are ever like really something to worry about. Like, by the time you're ever playing against an opponent that can touch of death you, I think you're probably good enough that you're not complaining about fighting games are too hard. You know what I mean? Like, that's just, I don't think anyone in bronze is like touch of deathing you.
If they are, they don't belong.
Yeah, if they are, then they don't belong. Then that's just a matchmaking issue,
All right, that's it. It's like talking for like 50 minutes.
Oh shit.
Yeah. All right, thank you, Hannah. Because I know you probably like my only closest friend that actually likes fighting games. Everybody's like, oh yeah, I'll play fighting games. Play it for like one time. Okay, that's it.
And then yeah, I don't know. Fighting games are cool. Like, it's a cool it's cool moment to moment action. I don't know. It's
every
not
time I
as bad
ask somebody like, oh, why play fighting game? Oh, why so I can just sit there and get my ass whooped? Well, you just played Overwatch for 3 hours. You lost every game. So what's the difference? And then also the other excuse, oh, there's no character I like in there. Like, there's everybody's excuse for 2x. Like, oh, I don't like none of the characters. I only liked Ari when I first booted up the game. I didn't expect for me to like Warwick.
Right. I do think that's like always the best way to get someone into it is just like, is there a character you think is cool? Like, when I started playing Guilty Gear, the first character I ever picked up was Nago, and it's like, that probably is not a beginner friendly character, but if the character looks really cool and you're just like, man, I really want to play this character, then just do it. Honestly, I think it's fine. Like, you whatever character I think that's the general advice that you always hear is like, oh, what character should I pick? Should I pick the character that is like beginner friendly? And everybody's like, yeah, you can,
cool.
but only if you like them. Like, you just pick the one that you think looks cool, or like, that's always the best way to keep you playing.
Let's end it off on this. Why do you like fighting games?
That's a good question. Usually it feels good. That's like actually one thing is like, I like games that like they know how to build like an experience. I think fighting games are really good at creating this experience of like, I am executing all the moves. I'm like reading my opponent. I'm I don't know, like I'm reacting in a situation. I'm like, it's fast paced. I think it's very strategic in a way that other games can't really deliver. Like, it's like just a different kind of strategicness. So I don't know. It's almost like playing like Blitz chess or something. I don't play Blitz chess, but I just
I can see that. Fast
yeah, right. Like, it's like
you're just making a quick decision every second.
Right. You get better the more you can read a given situation, which is like what happens a lot in like board games like that, like chess or Go, where it's just like you're actually learning a lot of scenarios, and you're actually learning to recognize when you're in a given scenario. It's not like a completely new board every single time. There's always something that's familiar there, and so you're just like reacting to it, trying to make the best decisions. So that's probably why I like it. Also, like, cool art, like cool animation is always a good thing too. It always helps.
My reason, I love the 1v1. I just love being able to play against one person and we fight, do our best 2 out of 3, and that's it. I love fighting game music. That's probably one of my favorite parts of, like, outside of just like controls and attacks and all that, music and character designs. I think fighting games have some of the best character designs in like all of gaming. And like, each character feels unique. It has like, it felt like it's the only game I can play that's character specific. specific, and it feels like you're actually playing that character. Like
Yeah.
everything's unique to that person. Cause like Ken and
Yeah,
Ryu,
fighting games are great at that.
yeah, Ken and Ryu have some of the same moves, but Ryu moves a little bit different. Cause Ryu move has some different moves, but Ryu's a little different than Ken. Cause like when you play Ken, half his shit's on fire, which makes his shit look cooler. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my main reason. The characters, music, and just like the fighting. I love just the 1v1.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. Like, fighting games, by necessity, have to have really good character designs, right? Because everyone moves so fast, they have to strike like a pose that is memorable, and you can read it quickly, right?
Yeah.
And they always have to be different. Like, because you're creating like a roster, like you need everyone to look
Everybody has
different,
to stand
but
out.
also show off their personality. Yeah, they have to stand out, but they also have to fit in the world. They have to you have to look at that character and immediately go, okay, I know how this character plays generally. Like I get an idea of this character. I get an idea of this character's personality, and I also get an idea of how this character is going to play in game. And that's a really hard thing to do. So I think fighting games are really good at that. At least the really successful ones are.
Talking with me.
Yeah.
Head out. Thank you for everybody that watched. Like, comment, subscribe. Trying to get to 1,000.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. We're gonna head out. Bye.
All right. Bye.